Hi, my name is Crystal Owens. This is my midterm assignment for PSYC 516, Industrial and Organizational Psychology at Liberty University. I will be answering 5 questions for this assignment. Question 1. How have recent historical events affected the course of research in organizational psychology? Give an example of an event and the resulting outcome. There are a number of historical events that have affected the course of research in organizational psychology. According to Jackson Britt, the rapid advancement of communications technology has had a significant impact on both the workplace and organizational psychology research. Although technological development has had an impact on companies for many years, it has advanced at an even faster rate within the last 10 years. People can access email and all the internet's contents from a device as small as a cell phone. They can even hold business meetings via Zoom and other platforms. Although technological improvements have undoubtedly increased individual productivity and allowed for much more flexible work arrangements, many people believe that these benefits come at a cost. More specifically, the distinctions between work and other aspects of people's lives are almost non-existent, making it easy to work 24 hours a day. This has led to a lot of research on how people might disconnect from work and what activities they can engage in to recover from work. Another trend, according to Jackson Britt, that has had a significant impact on companies is increasing globalization. Most industries have seen a significant growth in the number of competitors who now span the globe. In addition, many international companies have branch offices and subsidiaries located all over the world. This increased amount of global competition has forced companies to be more innovative in the products and services they provide to customers. Globalization has also raised awareness in the field of organizational psychology that many of our theories and research findings are culture-bound and might not be relevant as we would want. On a more practical level, companies with global operations have realized the issues involved with individuals working in cultures that are drastically different from their own, which has led to considerable research on foreign workers. Describe the socialization process for graduate students in your program. Is the program successful in socializing newcomers and creating job embeddedness? The process of organizational socialization can be seen from 2 unique but connected points of view. Number 1, the organization, and 2, the newcomer. When examined through an organizational perspective, the emphasis is on the stages that newcomers go through during the socialization process, as well as the strategies utilized by organizations to help them get through these stages. This has long been the focus of organizational socialization research, and while it has been somewhat downplayed in recent years, it remains significant and the subject of some research in the field. When viewed through the lens of a newcomer, the emphasis is on how they learn about and make sense of their new organizational concepts. In this part, we look at socializing from an organizational standpoint. Organizational psychologists have traditionally viewed socialization primarily in the terms of stages that new employees or students go through during the socialization process. The first step is anticipatory socialization, which refers to the events that occur before an individual joins an organization. This type of socialization often occurs during the recruitment process when applicants receive knowledge about the organization and determine whether they would fit in. I learned about Liberty University and all they have to offer when I was researching graduate schools to go to. The encounter stage begins when someone new joins an organization and becomes a full member. According to Jackson Britt, this stage is when the newcomer begins to see the job and organization for what they truly are. For a variety of reasons, this phase can be difficult for new employees and necessitates significant adjustment. Newcomers may have to strike a balance between organizational needs and family needs. After new employees become accustomed to their new responsibilities, they finally reach the stage described as change and acquisition. Employees are now reasonably comfortable with their new duties in terms of executing needed work responsibilities. At this time, the newcomer functions at all levels. In reality, the newcomer is no longer an outsider but a full-fledged organizational member. Effective outcomes associated with socialization include views regarding work, motivation, and involvement in one's employment. According to Jackson Britt, good socialization of employees and students leads to improved levels of job satisfaction, internal work drive, and workplace involvement. These outcomes, like turnover, can be influenced by a variety of factors, therefore serve as imperfect markers of socialization. More recently, researchers have claimed that the most immediate result of socialization and socializing is an increase in an employer's or student's sense of belonging inside the organization. Embeddedness measures the connection people feel to others in the organization, or how well they fit in, and how much they would give up if they left. Liberty University encourages embeddedness in their graduate programs through discussion board assignments, social media, and career platform apps like Handshake. Question 3. How can an organization reduce or prevent work-family conflict? Well, organizations may play a significant role in decreasing work-family conflict, which is present in a lot of jobs, by implementing benefits and regulations for employees trying to balance work and family, as well as transforming the workplace to meet employee demands. However, providing benefits and opportunities for employees to prevent and lessen work-family conflict does not guarantee that they are utilized. Supervisor actions in corporate culture, in addition to policies and benefits, are crucial in decreasing and preventing work-family conflicts. For example, an organization may have regulations in place such as teleworking or prolonged maternity leave, but the supervisor or organizational culture may not support these policies or work-family concerns in general. The more prepared a person feels to meet the expectations of his or her job, the less likely they are to get overwhelmed or anxious. Supervisors should be trained in how to actually listen to employees' issues, pay attention to their personal needs, and show empathy. Online training programs can help managers learn how to provide emotional support. Additionally, it can be beneficial to establish online courses for employees on time management skills so they can better balance their responsibilities at work and at home. Question 4. Imagine you have been asked to develop a performance assessment program for employee development. What techniques could you use to adequately evaluate employee performance as comprehensively as possible? I would assess my employees' performance using the techniques from Kevin Murphy's job performance model. According to Jackson Britt, his model was primarily designed to help analyze job performance in the United States Navy, but the performance aspects are equally relevant to civilian jobs. The first dimension of Murphy's approach is task-oriented behaviors. It is also reasonable to assume that for supervisory jobs, this term would include characteristics such as supervision and management and administration. In essence, this refers to completing the major responsibilities related to one's work. The second component, called interpersonally oriented behaviors, includes all interpersonal transactions that take place on the job. For example, a dental hygienist might ask or educate her patient proper dental home care. Not every interpersonal experience in the workplace is task related. Employees, for example, may end Friday afternoons with casual conversation about the plans they have for the weekend. The third component, downtime behaviors, describes activities that may cause an employee to be absent from work. Counterproductive behaviors include alcohol and drug misuse, as well as other legal offenses. They are considered aspects of performance because, for example, an employee with a substance abuse may regularly be absent from work, indicating poor performance. The fourth category, destructive or hazardous activities, includes a group of closely connected behaviors. These include safety violations, accidents, and disruption. In other circumstances, however, destructive or hazardous behaviors may be caused by a lack of effort. For example, failing to put on personal protective equipment. These are the components from Murphy's job performance model that I would use to evaluate my employees' performance. Question 5. What are some possible common organizational constraints, and how could they lead to counterproductive behaviors? Organizational constraints are a major source of stress at work. Possible organizational constraints that may lead to counterproductive behaviors may include issues with leaders and leadership struggles. There are two main sources of counterproductive behavior, according to Jex and Britt: person-based causes and situation-based causes. The core notion behind person-based reasons of counterproductive work behavior is that some people are simply susceptible to participating in it regardless of the circumstances. 4 personality traits appear to be constant risk factors for counterproductive work behavior. These characteristics include conscientiousness, trait anger, self-control, and narcissism. Conscientiousness is a personality trait distinguished by high levels of organization and planning, dependability, and concern for others. If people are diligent, you may rely on them and take them for their word. Research repeatedly shows that conscientiousness is positively associated to job performance and, conversely, negatively related to several kinds of counterproductive workplace behavior. Trait anger refers to changes in people's overall disposition to experience anger on an emotional level, as well as the tendency to express anger in reaction to a stimuli. Given that many acts of counterproductive work behavior are generally motivated by frustrating employment conditions, it is not expected that those who are inclined to experience or express anger are more likely to engage in counterproductive work behavior. Self-control is a quality that appears in the criminology studies as a justification for criminal behavior. The attribute of self-control is based on the idea that deviant behaviors such as crime, as well as less serious behavior like counterproductive work behaviors, are caused by people's inability to control their initial impulses. Workplace research has also revealed that a lack of self-control is associated with a range of different kinds of counterproductive workplace behavior. Narcissism is a subclinical personality trait defined by the notion that one is superior to others and a result deserves special attention. People who are very narcissistic have an inflated sense of self-worth, and as a result, they are frequently dissatisfied when the treatment they receive from others does not match their lofty expectations of themselves. According to Jackson Britt, highly narcissistic persons are more prone to respond poorly, if not aggressively, when they encounter organizational situations that do not align with their self-image. Jackson Britt identified norms, stress, and injustice as the key situational reasons explored in the counterproductive work behavior literature. Norms are standards of behavior that act as valuable guides in social circumstances. Although people may not follow every normative standard, they do tend to behave in ways that are relatively consistent with norms to fit in. Empirical evidence supports the impact of norms on several counterproductive work behaviors, such as withdrawal, alcohol usage, risky behavior, and abusive behavior towards others. In addition to norms, another theory holds that counterproductive work behaviors might be a reaction to the emotions people experience when exposed to stressful conditions inside the organization. If we believe that the environmental factors constitute stress, we are more prone to experience negative feelings like worry, anger, and dissatisfaction. According to Jackson Britt, these negative feelings eventually contribute to counterproductive workplace behavior. The last situational cause of counterproductive work behavior is injustice. In the context of counterproductive workplace behaviors, the idea is that people may engage in these behaviors as a reaction to be treated unfairly by the organization or its members. For example, if employees believe they are poorly compensated, they may intentionally leave early on occasion to even the score or even retaliate against the organization. Thank you for taking the time to view my midterm video. I hope it gives you insight into the productive and counterproductive behaviors that occur in the workplace.